Today, I'm going to talk about the weirdest Rolex, in my opinion. This is the reference 1655. It's in Explorer 2. As we all know, the Explorer 1 has a very classical, like 369 indexes. It's just a very simple watch that everyone loves. The Explorer 2, however, is a very quirky watch because look at the style. Look at the disco 70s sort of weird dial. This doesn't exist in any other Rolex. The hands, the straight hands, the second hand, now bends our hand, the orange, very broad arrows, GMT hand, and this fixed 24-hour bezel all comes from this watch, the reference 1655, which is just a really weird, bizarre watch that Rolex did for cave scientists. The cave scientist has a specific need because they need to tell the time in the dark to see how is it daytime or nighttime. So it looks like 10:10 here, and you can tell it's the AM because this 24-hour hand points to 10, not 22. So that's how you tell if it's AM or PM by the 24-hour bezel. So that's another bizarre thing about this watch. It's this style and bezel combination. They don't come in other watches from Rolex. And the third thing is a common myth, I guess. This watch is called Steve McQueen, but you will never see a photograph of Steve McQueen wearing this watch because Steve McQueen actually just wear a Rolex Submariner 5512 instead of this Explorer 2. But I guess one day a guy decided to say, oh, hey, let's call this watch Steve McQueen and see how people respond to that. I guess the name stuck because auction houses and or dealers or collectors all call this Steve McQueen, but he actually never wore it. The watch is pretty nice, but it's really hard to tell time, which is, I guess, every collector of the reference 1655 know. You kind of just guess the time because of the really funky dots and I guess squares on the dial. But it's super masculine look. See it on the wrist. It's pretty nice. It's a Rolex. It's looks very sturdy. It's very clean. It's a little bit funky. It has a really nice 70s look to it. So there you go. This is a quirky Rolex from the 1970s.